Welcome back to the second episode of Should I Look? This episode is going to be named Relationship Advice in honor of me and my girlfriend's 2 years. Woo! We're going to be reading Reddit stories and we're going to give our input on it. It's going to be under the relationship advice thread. So let's get started.
The first story that we have today says, boyfriend, male 23, has been making me question his loyalty. How do I, female 20, get over this anxiety? I've been dating my boyfriend for about 5 months now. From the beginning, I knew that he had a lot more bodies than me and had more dating experience. But now that we have been together for 5 months, I'm starting to question how I feel about his morals. He did questionable things in his past relationship to him that quote unquote weren't cheating because he doesn't believe in emotional cheating. That was 4 years ago, but I still struggle to wonder if he's truly changed. He doesn't think flirting with girls is wrong. I disagreed and asked why you want to give girls false hope that you would get with them. He said that validation is always good. Same how women dress up to go out because men are looking at them makes them feel good. He wants me to joke about his rebound being a girl he almost asked out instead of me. And he constantly makes comments about a girl celebrity that he knows bothers me. He also told his friend about how I was bothered by some girls saying they loved him and hugging him. He also texts a couple girls and is friends with some, but doesn't see the reason to say he has a girlfriend unless they ask. However, he is very nice and compliments me often and treats me better physically than I ever have been. We've had conversations about morals and about what is right and wrong, but by the end, I find myself just shutting up because he sounds much smarter than me. We went to a bar last weekend and I saw him check out every girl that walked by, which I know is quote unquote natural, but I was sitting right there. I just felt disrespected. But I feel like having the conversations just make me feel stupid by the end. I like to think he'd never cheat, but he also said the reason he never told his last girlfriend about the things he did or girls he'd hang out with was because he quote unquote knew she would leave. I just don't know what to do and don't know if any amount of reassurance could make this anxious feeling go away.
Something I've learned about being gay is that men really just have the audacity.
Yeah, we don't have these issues.
Gosh. Um, First of all, him saying, what is cheating to you? What do you consider cheating? Like emotional cheating?
Emotional cheating?
Because for me, it's like flirting with other women
Yeah.
or texting other women, looking at other women's posts, liking them, commenting on them.
Mm-hmm. And the OP said that he would text other girls and his friends with them, and how girls would tell him that they loved him and hug him. That's emotional cheating.
Yeah, and him not mentioning her
Until they ask.
is crazy.
It's like she's not there until they ask.
Okay, so the question she's asking is, how do I get over this anxiety? You don't. This is not anxiety.
This is not a good relationship to be in.
Yeah.
He clearly doesn't value you. He doesn't respect you because he doesn't feel the need to bring you up until someone asks. He checks out other women in front of you, which, by the way, is not normal.
That is already disrespecting your relationship.
That is not quote unquote normal. That is rude, disrespectful, disregarding your feelings, your whole relationship.
You know what that sounds like?
What?
Men will be men. Is what she sounds like. Right
Yeah,
now.
basically. But no,
Yeah.
like that's not normal. That's like something that you should run from because you're always going to be fighting your nerves rather than feeling comfortable in your relationship.
And her saying that she doesn't want to communicate because
She just feels dumb.
yeah.
How smart could a man sound?
Yeah, no, you don't. She doesn't. No. No. What she's feeling isn't dumb. So talking about it and trying to fix the relationship, if she really wants it to like be a relationship, they need to talk. They need to talk, or else it's not gonna go well, regardless of if you keep it bottled up or not.
Because even the things that we think are stupid, like we'll talk about it.
Yeah, even
Like-
the little things.
If we think we sound stupid, we still tell each other.
Yeah, I feel like communication is really big in our relationship, and they've been together for 5 months. So this is happening in the honeymoon phase. Imagine like a couple years forward, you're gonna waste your time.
I'm still in the honeymoon phase.
Okay. So the question was, how do I get over this anxiety? Moral of the story: you
Break
don't.
up.
Yeah, you don't.
That's how.
Moving on.
The next story we have, my 22 female boyfriend, 21 male, gave me an ultimatum after I told him about my sexual fantasy. How do I not lose him? Long story short, I've always fantasized about being in a gangbang and my boyfriend participating in it. A couple of nights ago, when we were talking about spicy stuff, we revealed our untold kinks to each other. His doesn't involve other people, but it was definitely not vanilla. When I told him mine, I expected him to be surprised, but instead he looked disgusted. He said, "Whoa, nah," and got off the couch. I followed him, apologizing if I crossed a boundary. He looks at me and says that he doesn't mean to kink shame me, but he never thought I'd have a kink like this, and he's definitely not okay with this. I told him that it's just a fantasy and that I won't be asking him to do anything, to which he doesn't say anything. He then says he's got to head back home, and that I pretty much knew where this was going. I tell him that I love him, and he says okay and leaves. He basically distanced himself from me, replying late in a shallow way to my text. He finally calls yesterday saying that he started to look at me in a different way after I told him about my fantasy, and he's pretty disgusted by it, and says I shouldn't have told him about it considering I kinda knew he wouldn't be okay with it. He says it's gonna take him some time to think about this and tells me not to wait for him, basically breaking up with me. I tried to reason with him, but I just started bawling, so I couldn't get my words out. My friends are telling me to break up with him and move on, but I really, really love him. He's my first boyfriend who treated me well, and I genuinely fell in love and want to be his wife, which now seems like a pipe dream. I don't know how to fix this. He hasn't replied to my texts, but reads them. I'm legit losing my mind.
I think he is delusional in that he was looking for an excuse to break up with her.
He's a little
because
bitch.
breaking up with someone over a fantasy or a kink just seems unreasonable.
She even tried explaining to him that she wouldn't ask him to do anything. It was just something that she had fantasized about before.
Yeah. So him lashing out and doing all that just sounds like an excuse to break up with her.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this one.
But I agree with her friends. Like, dang.
What was her friends?
Her friends were saying to just break up and move on.
Yeah.
But she was saying how she, like, really fell in love with him.
Is it worth being in love with someone like that, though? I mean, we don't know the full story, or, like, we only know half the story or part the story.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem reasonable to react the way he did. As adults, especially. They're 22 and 21.
Mm-hmm. If he can't... I don't know, if he can't respect, like, a fantasy. Like, something that she has never asked of him and never will ask of him.
Okay. What is gangbanged?
Are you for real?
I'm dead ass.
It's like...
a bunch of, like, men.
Yeah.
So it's like a threesome, foursome.
A lot more.
Fivesome. That was her sexual fantasy?
Yeah. Basically them, like, taking turns on her.
Oh. That kind of changes my perspective a little bit.
But, like, she already had said, like, she would never ask him to do anything.
It was just a fantasy.
Yeah. She already made that very clear. Like, she already told him, like, she's told him she was, like, I love you. I would never ask you of anything.
Maybe I'm a little bitch.
Oh.
But if you were to tell me that you wanted to have sex with more people than just me,
you would break up with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no, he's valid in that. You're so right.
I'd probably lose it.
You're so right.
Yeah, even if you're like, because we've talked about, like, how you feel about like threesomes and like we think it's cheating. Yes.
Yeah, it is cheating.
Don't say we have. And then they agree with me.
Well, because I don't remember having that conversation, but I do agree with you.
Yeah. We were like, do you think, or we've had like conversations when watching videos where people are like, well, I asked or what was those? The uncut videos on YouTube? Where they're like, poly couples. These are just.
You can't share.
Yeah. These are just our opinions, but we don't judge anyone. It's just not for us, to be honest. But yeah, that's just how I feel. If your fantasy is to get
with other people,
then I would have probably lost it exactly like he did.
Okay, yeah. The way you worded it made it seem a lot better.
Yeah.
She made it seem like he's kink shaming her.
Yeah, she did. She did make it seem like that.
Yeah.
But now I know.
Now that you know what it is and you thought about it for a second, you reworded it in a way that made me come to my senses.
Yeah. He's not delusional. He's taking back. Because if he's delusional, I'm delusional. I would have acted the exact same way.
If he's a little bitch, I'm a little bitch.
There's an edit for this one, actually.
But you cut off the...
I did?
Isn't that a screenshot?
Oh, yeah, I cut it off. Sorry. It says, edit. Have to clarify some things out. Yes, we had to talk about exclusivity and monogamy. That's like, polygamy. Or what's monogamy?
What?
Oh, what's monogamy?
Monogamous relationships.
It's like just one.
Is us.
Yeah, okay.
One-on-one.
One-on-one. Okay. And then, see, so now she brings up the fact that they've talked about monogamy and exclusivity. So they're exclusive to each other, but her sexual fantasy is to be with. Okay.
Anyways, with other people.
There was never a discussion about bringing a third person into our sexual life. I pretty much knew that he wanted total exclusivity, as he had mentioned about it during the initial stages of our relationship. If she knew this, I don't think it was... You have to have more than one sexual fantasy. I feel like when the question came up, you knew that he wanted to be exclusive. You knew that y'all were, was it monogamy?
Monogamous.
Y'all knew that y'all were a monogamous couple, but then you still went ahead and said that was your sexual fantasy. But I understand where she's coming from because regardless of what she said, they were still going to be monogamous.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with that or no? Your face looks like...
I think it's okay to keep it to yourself.
Yeah, I feel like she should have went to the next thing in line. Yeah.
Because there's no way that that's your first option either. Like, and if it is, you're in a way disrespecting the boundary of monogamy.
And I feel like that's how he felt.
Yeah, he probably felt like disrespected and obviously disgusted, as she mentioned.
Because we're exclusive. And if you were to say that, I would take it personal.
Yeah, that probably hurt him a lot too. He probably felt like he wasn't enough.
Yeah.
When she said that.
A little insecure.
Yeah.
Okay. She said, he has always treated me with respect and I never had any complaints. I just want to clarify because some of the comments said that he's trying to manipulate or punish me. Yes, it was a mistake telling him about my fantasy. We only have been dating for 7 months. I won't be texting him any further. Thank you.
Wow.
So they broke up? Do you think they broke up?
Yeah.
Oh, there's another edit. Edit number 2. I think I know the reason for him freaking out. I worded the sentence like, I want to be gangbanged. Shouldn't have said what I want. Maybe something more passive. It doesn't matter. Now he won't be seeing my texts, and I won't be texting him. So he's ghosting her, basically.
Yeah. He was already leaving her on red.
Yeah.
Now she's basically just confirming that she's not going to text him any further.
Yeah. 7 months is actually...
That's a decent time. That's almost a year.
That's almost a year.
That's a long time for...
Yeah, so I'd see how he'd definitely be hurt.
Yeah. Because at that point, in that point of your relationship, you're already...
Yeah.
Like at that comfortable stage with each other. Or I would hope you are. We were...
Pretty comfortable.
Though I feel like the only reason we were so comfortable, though, is because we were friends for so long.
Yeah. 3 years? 2 years.
3 years.
3 years before we No, I think it
2
was 2
years.
years. Yeah, because we got together
Yeah.
junior year. So like 2.5.
Yeah.
But anyways, she asked, how do I not lose him? You already did, girl.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a goner.
Yes. Okay, next story.
On with it.
Okay, I'm also having Kayla read a lot of the stories because I keep stuttering every time. It's a longer story, so she's gonna read this next one also.
I stuttered too. It's okay.
Thank you.
My boyfriend, 25 male, gave me, 22 female, diet pills for my birthday.
This is already insane. I would have lost it. I would have shoved those pills down his fucking throat. Anyways, proceed.
Hello, this is my first post. Sorry if there's a typo. My boyfriend, 25 male, gifted me diet pills for my birthday. Just to mention, I never once asked for any kind of diet supplement or anything. I am not obese or overweight. I'm just supermodel skinny. I'm just average, normal. I don't have a flat stomach. I pretended to be happy when I received them because I didn't want him to think I was ungrateful or childish. I don't really mind if he gets me a gift I don't like. It's just this particular gift made me feel so insecure. I just don't know if maybe it's a cultural thing since he comes from Korea, so maybe it is normal over there to give diet stuff. But in my country, it's considered quite rude to give people something like this. I feel like he was calling me fat. In the past, he said that he doesn't want our relationship to be about money, so I never really expected grand gifts as long as they were meaningful, but this feels very insensitive. Should I voice how I feel to him, or do I sound childish?
You don't sound childish. He's the childish one. And I'm looking up if it's normalized over there right now. Because this is fucking crazy.
I don't think you're going to be able to find it.
Well, yeah, nothing.
Find a definite answer.
Nothing in here. It's like, how are women in Korea mostly skinny? But there's no, like, gifting of diet pills. And her acting like she liked him.
Even crazier, she should have voiced it right then and there.
Yeah, because now he thinks it's okay. And if she's
Yeah.
like model skinny, she said she was model skinny? Or what did she say?
Let's see. Oh, she said I'm just not supermodel skinny. I'm just average, normal. I don't have a flat stomach. So she doesn't have like a flat stomach, but she's not overweight. She's not big.
Yeah, so when I think that a skinny person, but not like model skinny, I think of you, like your body type.
I'm fat.
You shut the fuck up. If you're fat, I'm fucking obese.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am, bro. Don't fucking say that.
You are not obese.
But you know, model skinny is like they look like
Yeah.
skinny, like. But no, I don't think. Even if it's normalized in his culture, he needs to. It's not for you. It's not for you. Just how you have to compromise with like families and stuff. Like,
You gotta realize the cultural differences.
yeah, no, for sure. Even if you like go to his house, you obviously have to accommodate.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he goes to yours, he can accommodate a little bit. You know what I mean? So when it comes to gifting, I feel,
It's the same thing.
yeah, you just need to accommodate. In what world does it make that okay? In what world is that okay to give diet pills?
None.
Yeah. Her saying that she thinks if she voices it, it's childish.
Stand your ground.
Yeah, no,
There's
for
not
sure.
a problem with that.
Okay, yeah, no. Moral of the story, it's rude. Moving on.
The next one. My sister, 23 female, cheated on her boyfriend, 23 male, and he's about to propose. Ooh. So, my younger sister grew close to one of her boyfriend's friends last summer. Her boyfriend was studying for the MCAT in his free time and wasn't spending as much time with her, so she began to hang out with the male friend. Her boyfriend said he trusted her and he wasn't worried or jealous. He should have been. She asked her boyfriend for a break and then slept with the male friend. She reported to me that the affair was an empty experience. She got back with her boyfriend right after. Her boyfriend was confused when the longtime male friend suddenly stopped speaking to him. My sister never said a word. She let her boyfriend think he'd offended his friend or something. She asked me to never tell. Fast forward to 2024, Valentine's Day is approaching. Her boyfriend texted me asking for my help in setting up a heartfelt proposal for her. I cannot help with this in good conscience. I feel I'd be complicit in her sin. Their marriage would be started on a lie. Tonight, I encouraged her to tell him what happened last summer. She said they were on a break and it doesn't matter, but it does. She asked for the break with ulterior motives. The truth will come out. How can I say no to helping with the proposal? I can't be involved with this.
Have you seen Friends?
Yes.
So you know, like, what happened with Ross and Rachel,
Mhm.
and, like, how they were on a break, and he thinks he didn't cheat.
Mhm.
It's the same thing. She definitely cheated.
Yeah.
Because they didn't break up. It was just a break or an excuse to cheat.
On a break and breakup are basically the same thing. Both are excuses to cheat. Or excuses to go sleep with other people. If you're on a break, you're still not technically broken up. So she cheated.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I see that.
And then her telling her sibling and then being like, oh, don't tell. And the sibling being like, I don't want to be complicit in a lie. You're already in it. And she's saying, how do I say no? The only way to say no and not have to give a reason is going to be like, oh, I'm going to be busy.
I feel like even then it's like, no, I just don't support what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't, like, she knows why. She knows. The sister knows. She's the one that told her sister that she cheated.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what she gotta say. I feel like she shouldn't get involved because at the end of the day, it's not her relationship. You know, I feel like it's a little different when it's like mother-daughter.
But at the same time, like, what's it called?
That's your sister.
If she told me that she had cheated on her significant other and her significant other was getting ready to propose, I would tell her significant other.
Okay. Yeah, actually,
I would tell them.
I think I would too.
Because that's not fair to their partner.
It isn't.
That's not fair.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like...
Like, I feel like I try not to get involved with other people's relationships as much as possible. But if it's going to come down to that, that's just not fair.
Yeah. Honestly, it's just like, if a friend told you, would it be different? Would that change, like, your...
Friend told me what?
If, let's say, one of your best friends comes up to you and they're like, I cheated on my boyfriend. And then a year later, they're like, he proposed. We're gonna get married. Would you tell the boyfriend in that case? That's your friend, though.
But my friend is a shitty person and I don't like people like that.
But is it worth
Destroying
ruining your relationship? That's what I'm saying. Like,
they already ruined the relationship.
No. Is it worth ruining your relationship with that person? So in this case, your sister or your best friend. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yes.
You think it is?
I feel like depending on the person, to be honest.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like, it can't be depending on. I don't know. I feel like you can't have. What do you mean depending on the person? That makes no sense.
Pick and choose.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Because that's your sister. You don't want to lose that relationship with your sister, but you don't want to have. I don't know.
It's hard.
I'm trying to be like on the sister's side a little bit. Like, obviously it's not okay that she cheated, but it happened, you know, and they got back together.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're getting married.
She doesn't deserve him.
Maybe like have a sit down conversation with your sister and like give her an ultimatum.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if I were the husband, I would like to hear it from her and then him decide what he wants to do next. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of someone else telling him, hearing it from someone else, basically.
I kind of have a situation a little bit similar. Okay, for example, my was having some drug usage issues, and he was keeping it a secret from his girlfriend. And I told him, I was like, that's not fair to her, because she doesn't want you to do that. Please tell her, or I'm gonna tell her.
So you gave her an ultimatum.
Ultimatum. Mm-hmm.
And did he?
Yeah, he told her himself. Yeah.
See, yeah, I feel like it's different hearing it from your significant other the one that's actually doing, you know, because it sounds more sincere.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm a changed person. I'm telling you this now because we can't go on with marriage if this is a secret still.
Yeah.
So, but they were on a break. Like, Ross, we were on a break.
That doesn't justify anything.
It doesn't justify it, but technically they weren't together.
And she asked for the break with the ulterior motive to cheat.
Yeah.
Just because she wanted to sleep with that
Friends,
guy.
That's not the case. You're right. I guess. Yeah.
She did it just so she could sleep with her boyfriend's friend, which is crazy.
Yeah, and then her not telling him.
And then the friend ghosting him, and then her just letting him wonder what he did. And he didn't do anything. It's her fault.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
I see that. So
this girl don't deserve to be married.
I just don't think she should be involved.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like she has a pretty good relationship with her sister. If her sister
told her that in good conscience.
Yeah. I wouldn't get involved, but I would definitely have a conversation with her sister.
Yeah.
To have an ultimatum. Because honestly, it's like hurting her pride too, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next story.
The next story is, I, 25 male, walked in on my girlfriend, 25 female, cheating on me. I'm wondering if I made the wrong decision. Story is fairly straightforward. I got out of work early one day and was able to miss traffic on the way home, and I got home, I found some guy's balls deep in my girlfriend. Wow. I turned around, slammed the door, and drove until I got to my friend's house. I spent the night with him and blocked her on everything. Since then, I have gotten a much nicer place. I was able to get into really good shape and worked on improving myself as much as I could. Dating felt weird, and I felt like I was doing something wrong by doing it, so I haven't been with anybody else. Now, recently, I started feeling like I was empty, and I'm beginning to miss the way I felt around her. No matter what, she made me happy. Just seeing her or waking up next to her, I would love it, and she would make me feel full and fulfilled. Now I'm in a much better place, but I'm feeling like I hate my life. Part of me wants to go back to her and forgive her and try to get that back in my life. I know it's a horrible idea, but I don't know what to do. Should I go back or should I stay on the course that I am?
You know how they say men take breakups, like, they delay their emotions when it comes to breaking up. I think that's exactly what happened to this dude. He was like, okay, fine, I don't need you, bitch. I'm going to go work out. I'm going to fix myself up. I'm going to get an apartment. I'm going to live my life without you. And I'm going to prove you wrong. Mm-hmm. And then now, like, a couple months later, he's like, fuck, I need her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I definitely think he needs to stay on the course that he is, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, no brainer. He should not go back to her because she'll just do it again.
Yeah, I feel like at that point, you're not...
Once a cheater, always a cheater.
Yeah, you're just obsessed with the idea of her.
Yeah.
What y'all had before cheating.
He's not in love with her. He's in love with the idea of that attention, the affection that he received.
The relationship they had.
Yeah.
Basically. And he can definitely find that in...
another person who will be faithful to him. It's not hard to stay faithful to your partner. If you're having these temptations, quote unquote temptations, because if you loved your partner, it wouldn't even be considered a temptation. Yeah. If you have these obstacles in front of you and you consider them obstacles,
maybe you shouldn't be dating.
Yeah, you shouldn't be together.
I agree.
Because not once in 2 years have I ever considered cheating on you.
Same.
Not once in 2 years have I ever looked at another woman and went, yeah, I want to be with them.
Yeah.
Like, same. At the end of the day, I go home to you and I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like.
For sure. I'm speechless. The balls deep. It was crazy.
He was very straight to the point.
Yeah, but good for him though. I like when he left. He didn't even say
anything. He didn't give her the chance to try to justify herself. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Let them finish.
Because very unfortunately, a lot of people will go back to a partner who has cheated on them, and they will do it again. They will relive that same pain over and over again in an endless cycle, and then they'll find the same thing in their next partner.
Yeah. Good for him, because it's not easy to just leave someone you love like that.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy. And like he said, he was missing the relationship. He felt lonely. So for him to walk out, he didn't say how long they were together or anything.
Yeah.
But it seems, I can assume that they were living together, considering he went home to her cheating on him.
Mm-hmm.
So they must have been together long enough to be at that point where they were comfortable to live with each other. So like it's not easy to walk out, I assume.
Mm-hmm. And he also mentioned he got like a really good apartment. Mm-hmm. He's just living his life. I just think that those thoughts just mean he's ready to have a relationship.
Yeah. It's not that he misses her, it's he misses feeling loved.
Yeah. And even then, it's okay to miss a partner you've had and you loved, and y'all lived together, so obviously it was important.
Like, I'm surprised he didn't feel it sooner.
Yeah.
You know, like, but he should definitely stay on the track that he's on right now. He's in good shape. He's got a nice apartment, which means he's probably making pretty good money too.
Yeah.
Like he was able to focus on himself. Yeah. Basically, in the aspects that he felt he needed, he was able to focus on himself after the breakup.
Yeah. I feel like I would have that same strength to just walk out, because in my brain, if you cheated, you just never loved me.
Yeah.
So it's just
leave.
We're in a healthy relationship right now, so we can both say confidently.
Forever.
Yeah. We can confidently say that would never happen. Mm-hmm. But if the day were to happen, we would both leave. We have that self-respect, I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm. No, but yeah, for sure. Good for him. Props to him. Don't go back.
Because that does not sound easy. Yeah. Leaving the person that you were in love with.
Yeah. And if he left that day, he came back early, she must have been doing it
for a while.
Yeah, to like, I mean, she knows his schedule because they live together or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. She was a little too comfortable.
Yeah.
So they've probably done it before. So.
It's wild.
Yeah. Next story.
Okay, last story. I, 40 male, accidentally read a text of my partner's 39 female, and it is not great. I, 40 male, went to use my wife's 39 female phone to look up a recipe, and after unlocking it, the messenger app was open was about divorce. I shouldn't have violated her space. I wasn't trying to. My phone was dead, and I was trying to make dinner. But still, I violated her space, especially as I scrolled. I get that. Please be gentle, as I am in a dark place right now. My relationship has been very strained lately, and we had a big fight 2 nights ago where I needed some short-term reassurance in our marriage before making a huge career decision, but ended up going through an eternal checklist of every insecurity I had in our relationship. It was awful of me to do that. Today, I grabbed her phone while making dinner and saw she had texted a recently divorced coworker about a job offer I just received. The text I saw was, "Wife's friend, you definitely don't want to move right now for custody reasons, but let's chat tomorrow at lunch." And my wife said, "Sounds good." I panicked when I saw custody, so I scrolled up and I saw my wife got offered a job 3 states over, but we might be heading towards divorce, not sure what to do career-wise. Wife's friend, yeah, I understand that, sadly. My wife, I hate that I am in this situation. I have tried to avoid it for the past 2 years, but I think it is inevitable at this point. This friend came up in a conversation an hour later as my wife was exploring career moves to mesh with mine, and my wife denied wanting to talk to her about divorce at all. I don't know what to do. Our relationship is coming out of a bad place, but we have made amazing progress and are doing pretty good. We have a long way to go. I have never had my wife lie to me before, so this is earth-shattering to me, as much about the notion that she feels divorce might be inevitable. Does this mean we are headed for divorce, or just that she feels helpless in this moment? We had just had a big fight for us as I work through mental health issues. Please help.
This story, we've tried to read it before. And I read it once, she read it once. Both times we were like having a seizure, trying to understand what he was trying to say.
Like, how do I read this?
Yeah, but I think that it's a harder one because it's like divorce. They're already married.
I think counseling, couples counseling. I think that if he's still willing to fight for the marriage, and if she was still willing to fight for the marriage, they could do couples counseling. Mm-hmm. But it is a big decision to move 3 states over when you both have a career in your hometown already.
Kid, it sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like they have a kid or maybe more.
I don't think it's smart of her to move 3 states over. I don't know. It seems like he does kind of care.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, it sounds like he really does care. If he's, like, reaching out to people on the internet, trying to see what he could do. But, yeah, for sure, I agree with Kayla. Couples counseling, if she's down to fix things. For sure, a conversation, an adult conversation.
Yeah.
Because if they're married, they've also been together for a certain amount of years.
Yeah.
They have a kid together, they live together, they have a life together. So, but yeah, I don't really have a lot to say on this one because they're married. I think it's a little different since they already took that step in life to.
It's not as easy to leave.
Yeah.
Divorce costs money.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be easy to leave. I don't think any relationship should be easy to leave unless it's like repetitive. Actually, that's not true. Because I didn't get into a relationship until I knew for sure I wanted to be with that person. You know? I think they can fix it for sure. Maybe talk to her. Yeah, you did kind of invade her privacy a little bit, but I feel like it wasn't on purpose. You weren't going through her phone. Like, you ended up going through it, but it wasn't like
It wasn't with that intention. You were just trying to look something up for her.
Yeah, so you have trust in her. It's just you saw a message pop up, you happen to see it.
And now you're feeling some type of way. Understandable.
Which is valid. I feel like she would do the same exact thing if it was on his phone.
Yeah. Like, it shouldn't be a problem to use your partner's phone, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like that...
We use each other's phones all the time.
Yeah, I feel like divorce shouldn't be a thing. Or it shouldn't be something to keep in the dark. I think divorce should be...
something you discuss with your partner.
If it's like going as well as you're saying and that y'all are finally getting out a dark hole, I think.
I feel like it would have been easier for her to go to him.
Go to him, yeah. But I mean, obviously you find comfort in like your friends and stuff because they're not your partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need an outside perspective.
For sure. And it sounds like they were going to talk about it at work or something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, for sure. Have a conversation. I don't know how long ago this was. He said, "We just had a big for us fight as I work through mental health issues." If you're going through mental health issues and it's affecting your relationship, you need to seek help.
Yeah.
For sure. Don't be afraid to seek help if you want your marriage to...
There's therapy, there's couples counseling, whatever you need. There are things out there to help you.
Yeah. It sounds like he has good intentions, so...
Yeah, I don't think he had any sort of ill intentions at any point throughout this.
Yeah. So, I'm hoping they fix whatever they got going on.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this last conversation is just gonna be a little bit of advice for all the couples out there. I feel like we got into a relationship pretty young, and I don't know, when you're gay, I feel
it's
like...
a little different, I feel like.
A little, dude. It's a lot of different. Like, I've spoken with more gay people. I don't want to say names. But, no, like, I've spoken with people that have been with men before. They were like, okay, women all the way. And the difference in, like, stories and emotions is definitely different. But just how we did it, I feel like we had a lot of communication.
We're not perfect.
Yeah, no. Oh, no,
like,
we're not perfect.
Far from it. Even now, like, there's still some things that we just need to sit down and talk about every now and then.
But when people say communication is key, that shit is real. And I preach communication.
She threatened to break up with me one time.
I did, yes, because she wasn't talking. How am I supposed to know how you feel if you don't tell me what's making you feel that way? How am I supposed to fix that? You know what I mean?
And we were already like 9 months into our relationship.
Yeah. But, you know, like, obviously household situations and stuff are definitely different. And those things actually affect relationships. Like, that shit is real. The way you grew up, the households you grew up in, that shit is real. Mm-hmm. So if you were shut down your whole life, obviously when you're in a relationship, you're not going to want to open up.
Yeah.
But you just need to find your person to where you feel comfortable doing that. And I feel like we've done a pretty good job, but we've come a really long way. I'm not even gonna lie. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Anyways, this episode was in honor of our 2 years. We just wanted to read some relationship threads and give our input on it. But yeah, we still don't have a camera and we still only have one mic, and I'm working on that, but I don't know if it's gonna be anytime soon.
Priorities.
Yeah, hopefully another mic soon, but video footage might not be until a couple more episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Follow our social media. Our TikTok is gonna be shit out of luck podclips. I'll put it in the video right now, and it's gonna be in the description. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.